Next of our isolation interviews, we've caught up with New South Wales trainer Kris on his way to the races. Kris, geez, it's a different environment out there at the moment. How are you coping?
Yeah, it certainly is. Look, I think we're just grateful to be racing at the moment, and staff are still working as usual. So we're very fortunate here, but respectful of those that aren't able to go to work even at this stage. So just happy that we're going to the races.
Absolutely. A big team in today. Let's just rip through them race by race. Top prospect, former Kiwi horse, I think was with Richard Collard and won 3 in a row before joining you. Was pretty good last time out. What are you expecting today?
Yeah, good win at the midweeks. He's trained on well. Expecting to race up to a similar standard that he showed the other day, and from a good draw, I think he'll run very well.
Okay, in the third race at the Tulloch, Blazing Sunrise, another last start winner. It's a step up in grade today. What are your expectations there?
Yeah, big jump in grade. I think he'll race well. We've added blinkers to his gear. I think he's going to make a nice stay in time, whether he's just getting to this grade a little quick, but he certainly deserves an opportunity.
Okay, if he runs well, could he go on to the Derby?
That would be the plan if he ran well.
Okay, good as gold. On to the fourth and Never Selwood. You've got BALIFEROUS and SAUNTER Boy, who's fresh up. BALIFEROUS has had a few runs under the belt. How are you splitting the pair?
SAUNTER Boy for mine will probably need the run. He's worked quite well, but he may just take a run or two to switch on. BALIFEROUS was good last week. She's reacted well twice before when we've given her a 7-day turnaround, and albeit it's a little stronger than she found last week, I think she'll acquit herself well today.
Okay, on to the Star Kingdom, which is the fifth. You've got Tactical Advantage, Barrier 2 with Nash doing the riding. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, you've got to be forgiving his last run. We got a lot of heavy rain just before the race. Track was too heavy for him, but he finds a soft draw. Anywhere near his best to be right in this race, and his work at home would suggest he's going as well as he can. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him run a race at big odds.
And he is a real winner, isn't he?
He is. He's got a terrific record, and once he finds his form, he normally holds it. So I expect him to race well.
Okay, on to the Tancred Stakes, MUSTAJEER, DANCETERIA, MUGATOO, doing the three runners for you there. How are you weighing each of those up?
Look, MUSTAJEER is the horse we've probably thought all along this was his target race, and he's prepared well off his 2 runs. Very good first up and competitive against a pretty smart horse at his most recent start. He gets a soft draw, so I think he's our pick. DANCETERIA, anywhere near his best European form, would put him right in the race. Whether he's worked well, just needs to bring that to the races. And MUGATOO, he's the horse who's come right on this preparation, taking a big jump in grade from a handicap to weight for age. So he's certainly not well placed under the conditions of the race, but he has got a really good turn of foot when he gets the right setup. So he could easily get back to the winner's stall, and expect all 3 to be competitive. Very respectful, very elegant. She looks, no doubt, the horse to beat. But I thought if you maybe push one, I'd say MUSTAJEER.
Okay, like that. On to the Group 1. You got the Vinery there with Game of Thrones. Certainly taking on the real form horses of Funstar and our Kiwi horse Probabile as well. How does she measure up in terms of those two?
Yeah, look, I think them two have a mortgage on the race under the set weights conditions of the race. But our filly, she resumed in good order with a strong win, luckless in the stakes race at Kembla. She'll be suited at the 2,000 metres. So, look, she's certainly one that can fill the holes, but I think the top 2 have the race to themselves. Okay,
and then into the Emancipation at group level as well. Invincible Gem, Miss Fabulous, and Delectation Girl. Miss Fabulous was second in the Coolmore, beating home the stablemates last time out. Is she the top seed of your 3?
Yeah, I still think she is. She just gives away a bit of start from an awkward gate again, but she's in good order, handles the track here well. Just needs a bit of tempo, which on paper looks to be. So she'll be suited from that point of view. As long as they're making ground, 6-metre rail often lends itself to horses forward and on speed. And that's where Invincible Gem will be from a good draw. And she's better placed now under the conditions of a set weights race as opposed to the handicap. And Delectation Girl, she'll be just ridden to hit the line. And she can mix a form, but on her best day, would put her in the race.
Okay, we'll put it on you to provide us your best from Rosehill. What do you reckon?
I'll say MUSTAJEER each way.
Okay, like that. You've got runners at Doomben today, 5 runners and 2 races there, and Wyong as well with a whole heap of runners. Can you give us a best from each of those venues as well, Kris?
I'll say 3 in the race, in the long race at doomed, and they're probably not three you want to be having your last on.
Okay.
They mix their form a touch older stays, but I thought Mwani Machine's last run was encouraging, and he'll put himself right up on speed, so I'll say him. And from Wyong, I got a fast little filly called Iconic Star, an 1100 metre race. She'll take some catching.
Okay, you got a New Zealand horse running for you there as well. Eliza Carolina, comes from Stephen Marsh's barn, goes around Britannia's colours. How's she doing?
Look, she's only been with us since Tuesday, so Stephen's done all the work with her. She'll be ridden in a more positive manner with the blinkers on, and she's settled in well. That's all I can tell you. But I suppose if she finds her best form, she'll be right in a race like this.
Okay, good as gold, and plenty more runners for you at Armidale and everything through the weekend. And they tell me the other day you picked up Hugh Bowman's goggles after he won the Group 1. Is that right?
Well, there's no one else there. He threw them at me, but we were going to put them on eBay, but he demanded them back later in the day. The emotion soon wore out. Yeah.
Good as gold. I really appreciate you giving us a word here in New Zealand, Kris, and best of luck with your runners today.
Thanks, Aidan. Pleasure. Anytime.